Okay, welcome back. We're going to explore the camp a little bit more, but I think after I've spoken to Alistair, we're going to move that along. Uh, and nobody's at the war table. Yeah, Jory and Davith are here now. Let me speak to... Oh, no, Davith is here. Jory isn't. See if I can find him.
Look carefully, man. This wretched thing is a darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down. Their blood is black as sin and poisonous. Don't even touch it. You get tainted with that blood, and you may as well slit your throat. We've lost many dogs already. Had to muzzle them to keep them from biting. It's a long and painful way to die. There are lots of darkspawn, different kinds.
Okay.
We're getting reports of things we've never even heard of. Our short friend here, for instance, is something...
So as long as you can unlock a chest, there's no such thing as theft, really.
The all before me is darkness, yet shall the Maker's light be my guide. Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker.
It is begun.
Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked, and do not falter. Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just.
I want this nonsense talk stopped.
I'm not sure where Jory is. There he is. Okay.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
Yes, I'm Elissa.
Sir Jory is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of our layman. I was not aware they permitted women to join the Grey Wardens. None of those I've seen thus far have been.
I can handle myself.
You obviously impressed Duncan, and that's enough for me. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
Curious about the joining ritual.
As am I. Has anyone told you about it?
Only that it's dangerous.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Okay. Short introductions, but yes, introductions.
Hello again, Warden. May the Maker guard you in the coming battle.
Okay. I don't know if I can open this while he's still here.
That course of action is inadvisable.
We'll get to that later. Okay.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the maids, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Korcari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
What do we need darkspawn blood for?
For the joining itself. I'll explain more once you've returned.
Okay, so I'm gonna choose not to say certain things because they're not in her character. I'm not gonna be exhausting everything because, unlike other games, these aren't purely informational. These are roleplay choices that will affect whether or not your followers like you or dislike you as you go by. Every follower, not in the intro here, but every permanent follower later in the game is going to have permanent faction. What you say to them matters. So I will be choosing. So it says go into the wilds. Isn't that dangerous? That's obvious. She knows this is dangerous. Surely you could have acquired some blood before now. She's not in the habit of questioning people. Finally, some action. She's just not that lady. So sometimes when the responses are really good, I'll read them all out aloud, but I'll mostly just read the one I'm going to use. Keep in mind, she is reserved. So, to say something of her character, she doesn't believe in the Maker. She's very practical, but she has compassion and patience for those who do believe in the Maker, and she verges on considering it a weakness of character, but it doesn't breed contempt. It makes her want to protect someone who is clearly trying to shield their mind from the harm of the world. So, as there are mages that are under attack by demons, she can consider that the Maker, the religion is there. It's a shield from all the harm and damage that she knows in the world. So it doesn't breed contempt, and she will play along, but she does not believe that there is a Maker. And what's the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
Find the archive and 3 vials of blood. Understood.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Okay. Okay.
It shall be done.
I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Okay, so we have the basic quests and a few side quests. Alright, so here is the dog whistle. I can call, and oh, maybe I didn't hold it long enough. Hold on. There he is. So he will go with this. He will be an extra party member. And that's just the way it should be. I can't bear to be without the puppy. Missionary Jogby. Letter to Jogby. Ah, sorry. Forgetting how this works. Quest related. Letter to Jogby. My dearest son, it pleases me that you wish to follow in my footsteps and bring the Maker's word to the unenlightened. I wish you'd chosen a less dangerous place to do so. Apologies for leaving early for the wild, son, but I wanted to set up camp and get things started. The chase and respect one with survival skills in the wild, so I hope to get a grip on that before you arrived. And maybe establish an agreement with the local tribes so that we had friends when you came. When you reach the wilds, you'll find it difficult to navigate. I have listed certain landmarks below. If you follow them, they will lead you to a location I've scouted out, where I've left you some supplies. If you're lost, try to get back to that spot and I'll find you. The landmarks are as follows, beginning at the entrance of the wilds from Ostagar. Look for a tree leaning on a ruined building. Pass under a fallen tree bridge. Pass a submerged tower on the right. Look between a high ruined arch and a mossy standing stone. Walk along a path of root and stones. Look for 2 large statues with a chest between them. There you will find our meeting point. I love you, Jogby, my son. I hope to see you soon. Your father, Rigby.
Over here. Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
Let's try to bandage him up at least.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. Oh, I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the 4 of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
Overcoming these dangers is part of our test.
That's true.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Okay. For tactics, I am just gonna check real quick. Okay, so the mods gave these guys some decent starter gear. Enemy, highest health, attack, self, health, below 30%, use least powerful health poultice. And again, that should go to the top, so it takes the greatest priority. Enemy, health, highest health, usability, shield bash. Okay. So this should be not so hard. Everybody has modded gear. Plus, we have an extra puppy who will still be doing damage. Okay. Okay, so we're able to bring a white...
That flower, white with a red center. The kennel master at Ostagar was asking about those.
Why did you want them? Did you know?
The kennel master said this flower can help dogs that get sick from biting darkspawn. At any rate, he was offering a reward if someone went into the wilds and brought him one. Might want to think about it is all.
So one of the good things about this map for me is that it fills in as you explore, so I know where I've been. That is very helpful.
It shall be done.
Okay, so I just restarted one of my passives, so it's pulsing. I know it's working. So you see Alistair take off after the bigger guys, so he will be an excellent tank. Okay, so we got one vial of darkspawn blood. Yeah, we're gonna do just fine. So we got darkspawn blood.
I shall do it.
Look there. Poor slobs. That just seems so excessive.
David Gator, who wrote Alistair, is awesome. So if you're unaware of the franchise, this was a series of books first by David Gator, who was approached by BioWare to turn this into a game. So he was a creative director, and he was very passionate about this problem. I mean, about this, sorry, about this project. He is a gay author, and later on he had freedom to write gay characters. So BioWare managed to have... What? Oh.
I think we work well together.
So this is a smart game. It is not dumb.
I'm sensing darkspawn nearby. Best be on your guard.
Skill has run the day.
It has very intricate storylines. Dragon Age 2 is a masterpiece of writing. It doesn't look like it the first time through, but it's intended to be played multiple times, and new things happen every time that are surprising and shocking. So this is an extraordinary moment in history where this game was allowed to exist, and I'm not sure any game like this will be made ever again. It would be too expensive, and now it is
Very well.
Politically impossible. Rigby's last will and testament. So we met Jogby, and now we're meeting Rigby. Rigby's last will and testament to whoever finds this note. This is the last will and testament of Rigby the missionary, proud speaker of the Maker's word. I've come to the wilds to speak the chant, but I fear I will die here at the hands of the Darkspawn. I leave all that I came to my wife, Jeddah. Should the reader of this note feel charitable, I have buried a sealed lockbox on our camp, nestled in a Tevinter ruin on the western reaches of the wilds. It is my will that this lockbox finds my wife in Redcliffe, and that it is still sealed shut when it reaches her. To my wife and my son, I apologize that my work has taken me from you, but know that I die in service to the Maker. So, I will have to say the combat is smarter than any other combat in any other game. The dialogue is more sophisticated than any other game that I have played. It is an old game, but boy is it good. So BioWare had a history of this. Come on, guys, you're really in my way. Knights of the Old Republic was beautiful as far as writing goes. And it's one of the games that really managed to create an...
What do you know? More darkspawn about. Abandoned violence.
Knights of the Old Republic is very old and very difficult to play now. It does have mods, but it is it's a very old game, and it's harder to play. The graphics are really bad. But if you're looking at a masterclass on writing a role-play game where you have a bad guy that is trying to look like a good guy, it's flawless. So BioWare prioritized representation and good writing for a while. Okay, so we have followed the path to Jogby's cache. Farewell letter to Jogby. My dear son Jogby, I fear this is the last letter I will write you. I've had difficulty finding the Chastened to bring them the Maker's word. I have, however, seen evidence of their passing. They appear to have left this area in great haste, possibly fleeing the so-called Darkspawn that are rumored to be gathering in the wilds in ever greater numbers. I've left you a weapon and everything else I could spare, my son. I will try to find you once I have found a safe place. I only hope that you will be safe. With luck, we will meet again. If you see her, tell your mother that I love her, and take care of our family. Your loving father, Rigby. So both Rigby and Jogby died in the wilds. So the voice acting in this game is extraordinary, and that stands for all 3 games. I love Mass Effect, but my love for that game is for the first 3. I don't include Andromeda, and my love for this series is the first 3, and then I actually wrote my own fan fiction ending. I mean, I had 11 years to think about it. It took them that long to make the next game, and the next game was really Veilguard. Veilguard was horrible in my opinion. So I'm not going to state all of that, but it was bad, and I did finish it. I did everything. I had the perfect ending the first time through. I loathed.
My Grey Warden senses tingling. We're in danger again.
We're in danger again. So David Gator left after Inquisition. He was trying to work on the Veilguard, and he essentially was fired. And he had said they simply do not value creative choices anymore. They do not value writers, they do not value the process, and that was really clear in Veilguard.
Don't give them the advantage.
All the sophistication was gone. So, after David Gator left, Patrick Weeks, who was also a very good writer and worked on Mass Effect, in fact, wrote Tally, I believe, wrote some extraordinary characters for the games, and I stuck with it in the hope that it would be really good. And unfortunately it wasn't. Okay, so I am going to stick with Dex, Cunning, and start raising Constitution so that I'm not made completely of tissue paper. Alright, good. I am at Master Coercion, which is all I'm going to need. And I'm going to continue to work on my tools when I qualify. By the time I reach level 12, I will certainly be level 22 Cunning. If not, I can respec. And good. Right on track to being pretty much what I usually am. Okay.
Very well. It shall be done. It is begun.
Back!
shall do it. It shall be done.
Rigby's Field Journal. Signs of the Chastened. Chastened barbarians are nothing if not clever. They have hidden markers and signs in the arrangements of stones and rubble along the path of the wilds. In this way, they mark trails, note places of interest, and even give warnings in a way that outsiders cannot understand. Interestingly, these markers look indistinguishable from a regular pile of stones. I've dedicated my time to deciphering these signs, and I believe I am close to a breakthrough. The trail markers seem to point to a hoard, or a location used for secret storage among the Chastened. I have only found a portion of the message, however. I think that if I can complete the message, find all the trail markers, I can find this cache and see what treasures the Chastened have to hide. I found one such marker near this camp, under a fallen tree, leaning against the ruins. Each marker seems to point to one or two others. I hear rumors that a darkspawn horde is coming. I hope I can find this treasure before it's too late. So historically, yeah, there's the trail sign that we're looking for. And once I find this trail sign, my map will mark other ones.
Looky here.
So you can see there's that, and then I can come over here and find this other one. I'm going to loop back around and make sure I make that big circle. So now, the culture at BioWare really changed after it was purchased by, Hidden Cache. You rummage around the rubble and find Rigby's secret cache. Inside is an iron lockbox with wax. Take the lockbox to bring to Jeddah. I could open it, but I'm not going to. Another Chasing Trail sign. So, BioWare was bought out by EA, who slowly really strangled the creative process and just started going for money grab. As culture changed, they no longer wanted representation, politics. I mean, representation or, any woke politics according to them. They froze out the gay writer of the series. They stopped supporting the games the way that they were written. Originally, the game creators allowed you to preserve all of your choices as the games progress, which makes it very unique because you can pay very close attention to what you're doing. And they had a website where you could create or track all of your choices so that you could set them up and play different games. So I've played this game probably, between all of them, hundreds of times with thousands of hours, no doubt. And then when between Inquisition and Veilguard, they stopped supporting the online site that did that. They stopped supporting this game on their websites. And when Veilguard came out, they didn't tell anybody until release. But they didn't honor any of the choices or the stories that you had built. 3 choices only out of hundreds that you made and that had been meticulously tracked by fans and this website over the years. And they sold all the copies to all of the fans, knowing they were going to do this. Nobody knew this until release. And as someone who...
Yes?
Oops, sorry.
Hey, I'm following you, aren't I?
Didn't mean to click on him, he's just standing on something. And now the company is owned by Saudi Arabian concerns and also by the Kushner family. There isn't going to be any more good stuff in this series. So Dragon Age is over
What's this?
They're trying to flog Mass Effect 1 more mile, but I am not giving another penny to EA. I'm able to play this right now because I already bought the game. I'm not giving them any more money, ever. But I love this game, so, I don't want to throw out the creative baby with the political bathwater. I am going to honor this game and play it. I know how it ends in my head. Oh, when this game saves, something bad is about to happen. I mean, not for us, because we pretty much...
More darkspawn. Time for some fun. You know the drill.
Okay, so if you notice, they ran over the bridge and then back. Because there are a bunch of traps here.
Say I didn't warn you. I shall do it.
That was an ambush.
It is begun.
Getting experience for disabling these.
Time for some fun.
So yeah, I haven't actually played a BioWare game since Veilguard came out, but I want to be able to play them and remember them with as much love as I carry for them. And not let that get spoiled. I want to honor the writers and the people who really put their heart into this, and many people did.
More darkspawn. Close by. You know the drill.
Alistair said more darkspawn close by, which I think is a mod, because I don't think he actually said that in the base game. He didn't warn you, really.
I shall do it.
Okay, so here's a chase in cache with a bunch of stuff. I believe there's at least one more thing to do. Not as hard as it otherwise would be, because we have it on really easy difficulty. But up here, yeah. Pile of rocks. So, this game is absolutely brutal on higher difficulties. Brutal.
As you say.
You see a pile of stones covered in a fine layer of dust and ash. Sprinkle more ash on the pile of stones. We have summoned the orange revenant.
Just die already! To the death!
Okay, yeah, this is uncasual. We're not even really taking damage, and that's awesome. In a higher difficulty game, he will kill you. Enchanter's Footing. Okay, so that will be enchanted. +6 defense. That's a good little piece of gear to get in the early game.
The dark spawn have sensed us. Let's make this quick! Let's spread the glory! You asked for it! Right to the face! Right to the face! It is begun.
Okay, I will definitely qualify that. I think that was the cunning that I needed to get to. Add more one to Constitution. No. I think I'm going to save that point. Oh, okay, yeah, I need improved combat training. And Alistair. So he is specialized as a Templar. I don't have any specializations unlocked on my character, but I'm going to up his strength so that he has access to better weapons. He specializes in weapon and shield. He's an extraordinary tank. Okay, I'm going to give him precise striking as a passive and then set him up to just use that. So, if you look, you have to look kind of carefully, but this yellow on this side. So look at the yellow bar on my side, and then when I activate this, it'll go down. So I only have that much left to use in passive sustained things. So
We still need to find those documents, if they're even here.
okay.
Then let's get a move on, shall we?
Didn't mean to click on him, but on his tactics. Okay. Alistair. Self. Anything. Activate mode precise striking. And make that a higher. So this is a brilliant system. It's complicated, especially as you can see, there are just so many options, but once you really get into it, it's kind of amazing. Okay.
I shall do it.
Well, well. What have we here? Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the magnificent and inestimable Claudia Black doing the voice of this character. And I love Claudia Black so much. She is extraordinary with her delivery. I am neither. The Grey Wardens once owned this tower.
'Tis a tower no longer. The wilds have obviously claimed this desiccated corpse. I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wilds, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the Wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there. Women do not frighten like little boys. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine.
I'm Elissa. A pleasure to meet you.
Now that is a proper civil greeting, even here in the wilds. You may call me Morrigan. Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer. You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened.
Then who removed them?
'Twas my mother, in fact.
Can you take us to her?
There is a sensible request. I like you.
I'd be careful. First it's, I like you, but then zap. Frog time.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you. Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Are we supposed to believe you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, Davith. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Does your woman's mind give you a different viewpoint? Or do you believe as these boys do?
I don't hate men. I think they should stop being mean to men. And, this is modded, so this character is voiced by the wonderful Kate Mulgrew, and she has been modded to be more consistent with lore. And in the original game, she looks like a murder hobo, and here she looks a bit more according to how she is portrayed, not only in the games, but in the books. I believe you have something we need.
They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them?
And why not? Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this Blight's threat is greater than they realize.
Thank you for returning them.
Such manners. Always in the last place you look. Like stockings. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for.
Time for you to go, then.
Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
Okay, it's nighttime now. I believe I can get into the chest. Yeah, the chest is no longer guarded.
As you say.
So, oh. Wow, they added a lot. Look, arrows. Oh, wow. Nice. I get arrows. I'm so excited. Okay, so all of that was not really in the original game, but I can finally equip arrows. Nice. You know, I'm probably gonna save some of those. Look how pretty. Look how pretty! Interrupt spellcasting, chance to stun, electricity damage, fire damage, nature. Oh, this game knows what I love. Truly, truly love. Thank you, Game and Modders. Alright. Now if we check our journal, Ostagar, we've completed Tainted Blood. I'm going to help the Mabari Hound, even if we can't actually get...
Sorry, miss. The army camp is off limits for you right now.
Oh, well, that's not where I was going anyway.
Hello again, Warden. May the Maker guard you in the coming battle.
How did I get there? I was over here. I was all the way over here. I mean, I was standing right here. Alright, anyway. Okay, back to the quartermaster.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Let me see what you have.
Let me know what you'd like.
So I'm going to sell a lot of the unnamed stuff, like Enchanted Dagger, not something called The Edge. Because I'm at 79 out of 80. I might need to go back to that, Okay. 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 No,
Hello again. Is there something you need?
yeah,
Some supplies,
I need
perhaps?
to sell some more.
Let me know what you'd like.
Okay. That's a bit better. I'm gonna... It's a lot to load into my inventory early in the game. See how we do.
Back again? Don't the Grey Wardens need
Win.
you? Off you go. I have preparations to make for the battle, and I won't be distracted.
Win.
Greetings. Are you one of the Grey Wardens that went into the wilds? Did you happen to see any white flowers?
Yes, in fact I have one of them with me.
I don't know for sure that the flower will aid my poor hounds, but it's worth trying. I have, let's see, 20 silver to offer as a reward for it.
That should be fun.
Thank you for your assistance, then. Perhaps we won't lose as many hounds as I'd feared.
Okay. Okay, here is a good break spot. I'll read a little bit here from the Codex, because I happen to know we're going to be getting kind of busy soon. Genlock. These are the most common darkspawn in the underground. Stocky and tough, Genlocks are notoriously difficult to kill, even by magic. Hurlock. Taller than their Genlock cousins, the Hurlocks are roughly of human size but are possessed of considerable strength and constitution. The shock troop of the darkspawn, a single berserking Hurlock can often be a match for numerous opponents at once. They are known to adorn themselves with roughly carved tattoos to keep track of their kills and deeds, though it's unknown whether or not this is a uniform standard to these markings. Alpha Hurlocks are more intelligent and more skilled fighters, often serving as commanders or even generals. Emissaries. Hurlock emissaries have been known to appear during a blight. These darkspawn are the only ones recorded as being capable of human speech and are often capable of employing magic. Shade. It has often been suggested that the only way for a demon to affect the world of the living is by possessing a living or once living body, but this is not always true. Indeed, a shade is one such creature, a demon in its true form that is adapted to affect the world around it. My hypothesis is this. We already know that many demons become confused when they pass through the veil into our world. They're unable to tell the living from the dead, the very static nature of our universe being confusing to a creature that is accustomed to a physicality defined entirely by emotion and memory. Most demons seek to immediately seize upon anything they perceive as life, jealously attempting to possess it. But what of those that do not? What of those that encounter no life or fail to possess a body? What of those that are more cautious by their nature? These demons watch, they lurk, they envy. In time, such a demon will learn to drain energy from the psyche of those it encounters, just as it did in the Fade. Once it is drained enough, it has the power to manifest and will forever after be known as a shade. Such a creature spurns possession. It instead floats as a shadow across its piece of land, preying upon the psyche of any who cross its path. Perhaps it believes itself still in the Fade? There is evidence to believe this is so. A shade will weaken the living by its very proximity. If it focuses its will, it can drain a single target very quickly. Some have even been known to assault the minds of a living victim, causing confusion or horror, and making the target ripe for the kill. The tragedy of a shade is perhaps that once it has drained a target whole, its appetite is only heightened rather than slaked. From the journal of former senior enchanter Melius, once in the circle of Rivain, declared apostate in 920 Dragon Age. Wolf. It is rather unfair, the reputation that the wolf possesses in Ferelden. For a people that so clearly adore their hounds, Fereldans simultaneously harbor a distrust of wolves that borders on the unreasonable. Unreasonable, that is, if one were not familiar with the ancient legends regarding werewolves. There was a time in Ferelden's past when demons inhabited the bodies of wolves in great numbers, causing the wars against werewolves and spreading great fear and panic. The werewolves were slain, but even today the noble wolf is still looked upon with distrust. From Legends of Ferelden by Mother Elissa of Denerim, 910 Dragon. An attack by wolves upon civilized folk happens rarely, often only in times of desperation, and even then only when the wolves have the advantage of numbers. This can change during a blight. When darkspawn rise into the surface, their presence dramatically alters the savage nature of normal beasts. In blights past, in the corruption of the darkspawn spread through the wilder areas of Thedas, they would infect the animals found there, and the more powerful of them would survive and be transformed into a more vicious and dangerous beast. A blight wolf is one such example, mad with the pain of its infection, and only through the overriding command of the darkspawn does it still retain some semblance of the pack instincts. Blight wolves are always found in large groups and will tend to overwhelm a single target if they can. using their numbers to their advantage. It is fortunate that these creatures rarely survive their corruption for very long.
So you returned from the wilds. Have you been successful?
We have.
Good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
Maybe we should tell you about Morrigan and her mother.
There was a woman at the tower, and her mother had scrolls. They were both very odd.
Were they wilder folk?
I don't think so. They might be apostates. Mages hiding from the Chantry.
I know you were once a Templar, Alistair, but Chantry business is not ours. We have the scrolls. Let us focus on the joining.
Now will you tell us what this ritual is about?
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later.
Is that why the joining is so secret?
If only such secrecy were unnecessary, and all understood the necessity of such sacrifice. Sadly, that will never be so.
Let's go then. I'm anxious to see this joining now.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
Calm down. There's nothing we can do about it now.
I only know that my wife is in Highover with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight.
You make a good point.
You saw those Darkspawns tonight. Wouldn't you die to protect your pretty wife from them?
Maybe
you'll die. Maybe we'll all die. If nobody stops the Darkspawn, we'll die for sure.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood, and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
Those who survive?
Not all who drink the blood will survive, and those who do are forever changed. This is why the joining is a secret. It is the price we pay. We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten, and that one day we shall join you.
Davith, step forward. Sorry, Davith. Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife. A child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No! You ask too much. There is no glory in this.
I am sorry. But the joining is not yet complete. You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden. It is finished. Welcome.
2 more deaths. In my joining, only one of us died, but it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
How do you feel?
Nothing you said prepared me for that.
Such is what it takes to be a Grey Warden.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
Before I forget, there is one last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
Take some time. When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me to a meeting with the king.
Very well.
The meeting is to the west, down the stairs. Please attend as soon as you're able.
Oh, he wasn't dead. He didn't join. He was just taking a nap. You scared me. You scared me, good boy. Okay, so if you notice, while I was playing, I didn't really mess with Jory or, Davith's gear. I had a thread on the BioWare boards, which was one of the funniest things I've ever done on the internet, called, what you do a few times through. When you are aware of the choices and the things, like, money is so rare at the beginning of an unmodded game that you are scraping for every copper. So, a lot of people will take all the gear off of Davith and Jory before they go to the joining, which means they're doing all this completely naked. It's entirely undignified. But you can make a couple of extra gold, which at the beginning of the game is significant. So that's what that scene always reminds me of, how many people go through that with those guys in their underwear just so they can scrape a couple of extra coins. And I can't spoil the majority of what is in that. I mean, like, the thread went on for hundreds and hundreds of pages about the things that you do once you already know what's coming. And, I still, like, have some catchphrases from it. I still think about it. It still makes me laugh. It was an extraordinary thing from a lot of people who really, really love that game. Okay, my puppy is leveling up. Okay, strength, dex, constitution. You're a smart boy, but you don't need to be a very smart boy. Okay. It can charge. The bar charges at the enemy, dealing normal damage if the attack hits, and knocking its opponent down unless it passes a physical resistance check. Okay. I'll change dog's tactics. Enemy. Highest health. Usability. Charge. Okay. Oh. Alright, so... Meeting...
Loghain, my decision is final. I will stand by the Grey Wardens in this assault.
You risk too much, Kalen. The Darkspawn Horde is too dangerous for you to be playing hero on the front lines.
If that's the case, perhaps we should wait for the Orlesian forces to join us after all.
I must repeat my protest to your fool notion that we need the Orlesians to defend ourselves.
It is not a fool notion. Our arguments with the Orlesians are a thing of the past, and you will remember who is king.
How fortunate Marek did not live to see his son ready to hand Ferelden over to those who enslaved us for a century.
Then our current forces will have to suffice, won't they? Duncan, are your men ready for battle?
They are, Your Majesty.
And this is the lady from Highever I met earlier? I understand congratulations are in order.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Every Grey Warden is needed now. You should be honored to join their ranks.
Your fascination with glory and legends will be your undoing, Kalen. We must attend to reality.
Fine. Speak your strategy. The Grey Wardens and I draw the Darkspawn into charging our lines, and then?
You will alert the tower to light the beacon, signaling my men to charge from cover.
To flank the Darkspawn, I remember. This is the Tower of Ishal in the ruins, yes? Well, who shall light this beacon?
I have a few men stationed there. It's not a dangerous task, but it is vital.
Then we should send our best. Send Alistair and the new Grey Warden to make sure it's done.
I'll do my best, Your Majesty.
You rely on these Grey Wardens too much. Is that truly wise?
Enough of your conspiracy theories, Loghain. Grey Wardens battle the Blight no matter where they're from.
Your Majesty, you should consider the possibility of the archdemon appearing.
There have been no signs of any dragons in the wilds.
Isn't that what your men are here for, Duncan?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the tower and its beacon are unnecessary. The
We
circle
will
of
not
Magi...
trust any lives to your spells, Mage. Save them for the Darkspawn.
Enough! This plan will suffice. The Grey Wardens will light the beacon.
Thank you, Loghain. I cannot wait for that glorious moment. The Grey Wardens battle beside the King of Ferelden to stem the tide of evil.
Yes, Kalen. A glorious moment for us all.
You heard the plan. You and Alistair will go to the Tower of Ishal and ensure the beacon is lit.
What? I won't be in the battle.
This is by the King's personal request, Alistair. If the beacon is not lit, Tern Loghain's men won't know when to charge.
So he needs 2 Grey Wardens standing up there holding the torch, just in case, right?
I agree with Alistair. We should be in the battle.
That is not your choice. If King Kalen wishes Grey Wardens to ensure the beacon is lit, then Grey Wardens will be there. We must do whatever it takes to destroy the Darkspawn, exciting or no.
I get it, I get it. Just so you know, if the king ever asks me to put on a dress and dance to Remigold, I'm drawing the line. Darkspawn or no.
I think I'd like to see that.
For you, maybe. But it has to be a pretty dress.
The tower is on the other side of the gorge from the King's camp, the way we came when we arrived. You'll need to cross the gorge and head through the gate and up to the tower entrance. From the top, you'll overlook the entire valley.
So, that was the moment when this game had me. For you, maybe, but it has to be a pretty dress. And I was done. I am in love at this point forward with the sense of humor of this game. Okay. Where will you be?
I will be fighting beside the King with the rest of the Grey Wardens. Again, at his request. We will signal you when the time is right. Alistair will know what to look for.
Should we join the battle afterward?
Stay with the Terran's men and guard the tower. If you are needed, we will send word.
What if the archdemon appears?
We soil our drawers, that's what.
If it does, leave it to us. I want no heroics from either of you.
How much time do we have?
The battle is about to begin. Once I leave, move quickly. You'll have less than an hour.
I understand.
Then I must join the others. From here, you two are on your own. Remember, you are both Grey Wardens. I expect you to be worthy of that title.
Duncan, may the Maker watch over you.
May he watch over us all.
That's a modded moment that I appreciate. Okay, so you see, Alistair approves +1. He approved of the way that I handled that conversation. And if I were rude or, you know, something he didn't like, then I would have gotten some disapproval. Okay, Tower of Ishal. It's the Wilds. Okay. Where am I going? Oh, okay. Tower of Ishal is up here.
The plan will work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The Blight ends here.
Let's cross the bridge and get to the Tower of Ishal.
There are moments that make me have feelings and cry, and that's one of them.
Wardens, aren't you? The tower, it's been taken.
What are you talking about, man? Taken how?
The Darkspawn came up through the lower chambers. They're everywhere. Most of our men are dead.
Then we have to get to the beacon and light it ourselves.
Okay, so Circle Mage has joined the group. Be a problem sometimes. You guys can go far and wide seeking the people with the highest hit points, but oh, I have to fix Dog's tactics because he's using every self health below 30%. He's been using it because I set it to above 30%. It's not your fault, baby. Your mommy's dumb. Okay, so Alistair just used the poultice. Working beautifully. Probably shouldn't be going straight back to all these guys, but there you have it. Yeah, this is modded. They added a lot more Darkspawn. Okay. So at the end of the battle, puppies get back up. And their health will regen. Okay, overpower, let's see. Taunt. I'm gonna give him a taunt, personal sustain, Alistair. Oh, okay. Enemy, highest health. Now, this system doesn't always work because sometimes the most dangerous thing is a caster and their health will not be the highest, but it's a good start. Now, they shouldn't be running around like crazy, and that's a lot more Darkspawn than is usually at this point in the game. But that's what casual difficulty is for. Okay, there is a bit to loot. Yeah, my inventory is already full. Okay. So I'm just destroying some of these weapons because I won't be able to fit anything. I don't know what happened, but I appear to have gotten everybody else's gear. Okay. Okay. Okay, so he will get collars and tattoos as time goes by. Give him belts. Unfortunately, yeah, I wanted to clear out my inventory, but that's what mods get you. A lot of stuff at the beginning of the game. Not really complaining. Ah, I see. They're fighting with modded soldiers as well.
There's so many!
So, I believe I'm going to change tactics to closest enemy. That way they will not go running off. Okay. Okay, enemy, let's see, at range, at short range, between short and medium range, between medium and long range, further than 2 times short. Wow. I know there's one closest to... Yeah, it is so specific if you set things up. All right, let's see. I can't find it. We're just gonna go with this for a little while. Okay, Tower of Ashal. Alright, so, I'm going to give Alistair a bow. He can't really use a great bow because he doesn't have much dex. Okay. I'll find the best one. That's 6 damage, 5 damage. Alright, good. And I'll give him some arrows as well. Oh, sorry, that's for a crossbow. Alright. So you can switch back between weapon sets. I can carry... You know, rather than destroy it, I'm just going to give this guy... I'm gonna need that stuff, I'm afraid. Okay, I can at least store daggers. Alright. Okay. So you see, Logan now, because he died once, or was knocked unconscious, he has an injury. He is bleeding. So, you can let him use an item and injury kit. And then that injury, when you check him again, it's gone. You have to watch that because these add up. And okay, so he no longer has that status effect. So your guys can be seriously messed up. Okay, I don't need Death Root. And I don't need Deep Mushroom. But these are mana potions. They're very precious. These are, Elf Root and Flasks and Lyrium Dust will be used to make my own stuff. So, I'm saving those. Okay, Tower of Ishal. I am not going to be controlling... Okay, there's... Yeah, he walked right into it. I'm trying to disarm his trap. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Up he's going again. Wow, yeah, mods added a lot more damage. This is less casual than I would like it to be. Alright. Our poultices are gone. And I'm dead. Okay. Well, my journey ends. I am going to check the difficulty here, but I do know, I mean, I know these fights in these maps, and I am sure they added. I am sure. Yeah, this is set to easy. Okay. Well, that's what happens in mod lists. They made this much harder, so I'm going to need to be more strategic. I'm going to ask my team to wait. Hold their position. I'm going to disarm that trap. And I'm going to see if I can draw some of them back in the game. It's the tactics we take. We do a lot of hiding behind doors in this game when it gets harder. Okay. See, now unfortunately my dog here is not really going to follow. I'm going to tell them they can move freely. My dog here can't really follow these tactics. Okay. So, you guys come back here. Okay, so Alistair's using his bow. That's good. The mage is down.
Alright, that's it.
Forget how to bring people back to life. No. Do it. Alright. Use this. Okay. Okay. Alistair, let's go back here, huh? Let's get out of combat. Just you and me, buddy. Alright. Alright. Should be able to pick them, scrape them up off the ground, right? No? Okay, that's another health poultice. Okay, they're up. He'll be up once we get back to him. Okay. I'm going to give them a minute to regenerate. We're out of combat. I can save. But this is not casual difficulty. This is modded to the point of ow. Which is okay. It's not really what I was planning, but this is a good tactical game. This is supposed to be a scary and difficult fight, and it is. Wow. Okay, yeah, they've added mutilated bodies.
Right then.
Holy crap! Guys! That is a lot. Darkspawn. Wow. I don't remember if running away was a good tactic in this game, but... Alright, you know what? There we go. Out come the daggers, gentlemen.
As you say. As you say.
Ow. Okay, let's hope some of you guys have some poultices. Good lord. Acidic coating?
Very well.
Okay, so my guys are not going to get off the ground until I actually get to them, and we're all going to be, like, just so injured by the end of this. So many injuries. Okay. So this is the hole through which they came. Wow. Alright, where's my puppy? Come on, baby. Come on, sweetheart. There you go. Alright, so now if you look at them, they are going to have injuries. Everyone except me. Yep. Torn jugular, penalty to constitution, bleeding, penalty to health, crushed arm, penalty to damage, cracked skull, head trauma. Okay. This might take a little longer than I thought. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna switch back to the bow, and I'm gonna start using those fancy schmancy arrows right now. Never mind saving anything. Chance to stun sounds good to me. And I'm gonna give some of them to Alistair. Let's see how we do.
It is begun. It shall be done. I shall do it.
Dark Spawn. Miss! No more down here! There is no glory in bloodshed!
Thank you for not dying. I get very upset when you die. Strength, Dex, Constitution. Oh, baby. Passive endurance. Huh? Don't do that, honey.
Very well.
Yeah. This is gonna be a tough fight.
Maker's breath. What are these Darkspawn doing ahead of the rest of the Horde? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here.
Weren't you complaining that you wouldn't get to fight?
Hey, you're right. I guess there is a silver lining here if you think about it. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time. Taron Logain will be waiting for the signal.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they added a lot of bodies.
It is begun. As you say.
Okay.
There, more of the thieves ahead!
Poultice.
I shall do it.
Okay, if you notice, those were ballistas, so I hit them with the ballistas before we advanced. Ooh. So, if you can ever bottleneck someone in a door, do it. That's not a euphemism for anything. It means, if I do not find this mod and remove it, which I might not. I kind of like tough fights. Then we will be doing lots of bottlenecking indoors. Again, not a euphemism, though this game does have romances. So there is actual necking. Okay, achievement unlocked. Grey Warden. Yeah, I'm a Grey Warden. I get that. I don't know what the achievements are. I got them all a very long time ago. Alright, guys. Heal up a bit. We have 3 whole poultices. Okay, Dex. Cunning. Constitution. I need combat tactics. Actually, you know what? No, I can't do herbalism. I didn't buy, flasks. No, improved combat training. That's what I need. And I can get aim, another sustained, crippling shot. Okay. 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 Oh, one replaces the other. Okay. I can hang with that. Kind of hoping that difficulty only applies to this tower.
Ready to charge as soon as we light the signal. The king is depending on us.
As you say.
This will release a bunch of Mabari hounds that will help us.
I shall do it. Is begun. Very well.
War paint of the Wolfhound. So that is an equipment item for my baby. Plus 4 damage versus beasts. You look awfully good, sweetheart. So his coat will change according... Oh, wow. Oh, okay, that was an effect from battle, possibly. But his tattoos will change if I change his armor.
I shall do it.
Okay. Good. Boys, you guys are the best. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Don't eat them. Don't bite them. Be good boys.
As you say.
Die!
Oh, and they just came pouring out from the other place. Okay, well, good news.
Very well.
Lots of levels. Okay, so I could unlock a specialization, but I don't really have them because they come from, I can either unlock them in the game or they come from prior achievements. I'm really not going to do that. Normally I do Ranger, but it's not really compelling for me to, okay. Okay, now Alistair has a personal threat sort of passive. It looks like they raised the level cap. Possible to get more levels. So, for expedience sake, I was going to make this less difficult, but I'm gonna see. The Wilds was really easy. Hey, babies. Good boys. You guys are good boys. You know that? Okay, I have a couple of injury kits, so I'm going to use them. Alright, the inventory is a little fussy. They all have their own bars, so I'm gonna put some injury kits on his bar. They should have some poultices just to make it easier for me. But I'm gonna have Alistair use an injury kit. Okay. Have my puppy use 2, so he's no longer injured. And my poor circle mage. I'm sorry, my friend. But as you do not have a name, and we have not gotten to know each other terribly well, I respect you, but I'm not giving you my stuff. Okay, I told you guys not to eat the bodies. You're gonna get sick. You're gonna get sick. Don't get sick. Okay.
As you say.
Okay. Oh wow, now he's got rocks. That's new.
The beacon is over here. We've surely missed the signal. Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
Okay, we're gonna take a moment for how epic that wasn't. Wasn't that epic? Weren't you good? Wasn't that good? Okay. Okay, back to my bow. Okay.
As you say. Very well.
Sound the retreat.
What about the king? Should we not...
Do as I command.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
Your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
I remember you, the girl from the wilds.
I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and we are in the wilds, where I am bandaging your wounds. You are welcome, by the way. How does your memory fare? Do you remember Mother's rescue?
I remember being overwhelmed by darkspawn.
Mother managed to save you and your friend, though 'twas a close call. What is important is that you both live. The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
My friend? You mean Alistair?
The suspicious dim-witted one who was with you before, yes. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
Were my injuries severe?
Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The Darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal.
Thank you for helping me, Morrigan.
You were welcome. Though Mother did most of the work, I am no healer.
I have some questions, if you don't mind.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Are we safe here? Where are the Darkspawn?
We are safe, for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
How did your mother save us?
I wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
I happen to be nobility, you know.
I stand corrected.
How did she manage to rescue us exactly?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
Are there any survivors besides us?
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Why? What's happening?
Are you sure you want me to describe it?
Yes. Please.
I had a good view of the battlefield. 'Tis a grisly scene. There are bodies everywhere, and Darkspawn swarm them, feeding, I think. They also look for survivors and drag them back down beneath the ground. I cannot say why.
Why did Terran Loghain abandon the king?
I do not know who this Loghain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it.
I think I've asked enough questions.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way. It is begun.
This chest is not something I can get into.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
Fine, I appreciate your concern.
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
So why did you save us?
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these dark spawn. It has always been the Grey Wardens' duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
It changed when most of them were slaughtered.
If you think small numbers make you helpless, you are already defeated.
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Loghain do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
What is this archdemon exactly?
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
Will you help us fight this Blight, Flemeth?
Me? I am just an old woman who lives in the wilds. I know nothing of blights and darkspawn.
Well, whatever Loghain's insanity, he obviously thinks the Darkspawn are a minor threat. We must warn everyone this isn't the case.
And who will believe you? Unless you think to convince this Loghain of his mistake.
He just betrayed his own king. If Arl Eamon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution.
Arl Eamon? The Arl of Redcliffe?
I suppose. Arl Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Caelan's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
What about the treaties Flemeth gave us?
See? There is a smart lass.
Of course! The treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Why not? Isn't that what Grey Wardens do?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
As ready as we'll ever be.
Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Very well, we'll take her with us.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite Ferelden against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
I understand.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. 'Tis not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
No, I prefer you speak your mind.
You will regret saying that.
Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
We need all the help we can get.
I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
I have some questions.
I may have answers. Ask.
Tell me about the village to the north.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your imperial highway where travellers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
How are we going to get past the Darkspawn?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
I don't sense any Darkspawn.
You won't right away. No. It takes time. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
The Darkspawn are camped farther in the forest?
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated.
Are you really Flemeth's daughter?
'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
She's going to stay here alone?
Mother was alone long before I came, and will be so long after I am dead. Such is her choice, though I suspect she would claim the choice was made for her.
Have you ever been outside the wilds?
From time to time. I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
Is that what you want?
What I want is to see mountains. I wish to witness the ocean and step into its waters. I want to experience a city rather than see it in my mind. So, yes, this is what I want. Actually, leaving is harder than I thought, however. Perhaps Mother is right. It must simply be done quickly. Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Okay. Now we have some sunrise, sunset. I don't know what the time is here. We'll look out over the horizon in the Korcari Wilds. Leave it for there and hope you join us again.